You
So
said
you
that
saying that they're so Kosho, you
Say that
saying
one.
that some people who believe in QAnon aren't mentally ill is not
Let
a
me
refutation of
reiterate
my
what I
point,
said then.
Kosho.
I don't think QAnon had any effect on anyone's sanity. I don't think that
Oh,
people who
you're a
were not
stupid bitch,
insane became
Kosho. That's
insane
not what I
because of
said
QAnon.
either.
So yeah,
Either you're
So
incompetent
what
and
effect-
incapable of
so what
understanding what I'm
effect does it
saying.
have then? What effect does it have? If the people who are
I didn't
crazy
say
were
it has
already
any
crazy,
effect. I didn't say there was a cause and effect
Why
between
are you so
QAnon.
mad, Snack?
Kosho, because Kosho does this shit all the time, and then anytime he thinks I don't understand something he said, or I say something I don't like, he talks shit to me. So I'm gonna do it right back to him. Kosho, you're a stupid
check this
bitch,
out, dude. Why
and
don't
you
you just make
don't
a point
fucking
then?
understand anything.
Why don't you make a point
you
then?
stupid,
Why don't you
dumb
make a point
motherfucker.
then, Snack? Because so far what you're saying is you haven't made a point.
I simply
Before you were saying
said
that it had some
there is
effect.
a
Now you're saying it doesn't have any
correlation
effect.
between
So make a
people
point.
with mental illness and people who believe in QAnon. That's literally all I said. I did not say QAnon makes people crazy or that everybody believes in QAnon that is crazy. I didn't say that. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Kosho.
Why
You
were you talking
stupid
about the
fucking
need for
bitch.
stopping it?
Why are you
talking about
such
the
a
need to
stupid
stop it then,
bitch,
Snack?
Kosho?
Let's see. Why don't you man up and answer the question? Why were you talking about
I
the need
answered
to
your
stop
question.
it? Why were you talking about the need to stop it?
Because I was talking about the radicalization of normies. That's something I say all the time, Kosho. You know I've said that.
Right,
So
which is
either
exactly what I
you
fucking
weren't
just
fucking
said.
listening to me,
But exactly
Kosho,
what I just
or
said.
you
The
simply
normal people
don't
did not become
understand my
crazy
big
because
brain
of what I
takes
said.
because you have a tiny little peanut brain. So which is it?
You're like double speaking out of your mouth, dude. You just said you didn't say that, and then just
These
said
are
that's
two
what you're
different
saying.
points.
Yeah,
These are
they're
two
not, dude,
different
that's the
points
same
that I was
point.
making.
You're saying that
I know
these people
it's
became
difficult for you to
radicalized
understand that
because
people
of
can be
QAnon.
talking about two different things simultaneously and distinguish between the two, but
Yeah.
I'm capable of doing that. Are you capable of
those two
doing
things? Why
that?
don't you make a distinction between them? One is where these people become
Because they're different. They're
these
different.
become
These things
radicalized,
are being
and the other
caused by
one is that they
different
don't.
different reasons. Hang on. These two things, these two outcomes, or 2 points, are not necessarily related.
The exact same point.
No, it's not. Kosho,
I've
I've just told you it's not.
Right?
I told you I'm not making that claim. So I don't understand what the fuck you're
just
talking
said,
about,
you said
and
that
I don't
was
think
you
you
just
do
said
either.
that was your claim.
I said the problem is on.
Words.
I said two different things. One of the big dangers. Listen, I'm about to have to go back to work, but let me be clear. I said two different things. One of the dangers of social media is the radicalization of normies. These people being misinformed dramatically, just in a dramatic way, right? In a way that previously has not been happening. Because these people could have crazy ideas, but they wouldn't necessarily be able to convince otherwise reasonable people of these crazy ideas because they didn't have the platform. That's one point I made, the danger of social media. And then the second point I made is, oh, by the way, did you see in court records where they showed that 60-something% of people who claimed that they believed in Q, who were at the Capitol insurrection, have mental illness diagnoses compared with about 16% of Americans on average. Oh, isn't that interesting? Those are the two separate points I made, Kosho.
That you said that the people became.
I know what I fucking said.
Snack, why don't you shut the hell up? When you
I gotta go back to work, man. Why don't you shut the hell up and fucking listen instead of running your mouth for once, Kosho?
You just said that, Snack. You just talked. I let you finish what you said just to make sure I was clear in what you said, and I didn't say anything outside of what you said, Snack. You said exactly that people. You said
incorrect.
You said that normie people who are normal, people who were not crazy before, become radicalized because of the things, the online, the media, social media.
Did I say radicalized, or did I say
yes,
people become crazy?
Yes, that word you used.
Okay. So I said the word radicalized, not that people become crazy because they hear shit on the internet. Is that correct?
That's the same thing, man. It's
not. If I was gonna say crazy, I would have fucking said crazy, Kosho.
What are you
I
saying?
use my words carefully. Radicalized does not mean crazy.
So then what are you're double speaking just to make it sound like you're
not saying I've been fucking clear.
Yeah, chill out, you guys. You know, you're not going to solve this. Both back off.
No, I'm fine. I just don't like people. Kosho, to be clear, when I said radicalized, I said radicalized, and I meant radicalized. I didn't say go crazy. I'm not claiming that people who hear crazy things on the internet, like craziness is infectious. Of course it's not.
I think crazy is very subjective.
I mean, to an extent, yes, but not really. I gotta go answer phone calls. People's shit's fucked up.
Yeah, go back to work. Chill out. Have a cup of tea.
And this goes back to the complicated solution that has been proposed by both sides of the aisle. You have the lefties.
We'll call it even Jeremy, but the point is a gyro.
Terry, body of water, spherical around a rock, orbiting and rotating in the vacuum of space.
Yeah.
Good luck with that, guys.
Bro,
good luck with that.
Balls.
Do us a favor, at least try to pretend like you understand what Kurt was coming from in his example with the miniature thing. Like, imagine where he's trying to come from, at least, because I feel like you're not even attempting to think on how that could be.
Well, everybody in this room believes in a model, and all they have is an excuse. That's it. You're done. That's capital fucked. Capital F fucked.
No, it's not, man. That's ridiculous because in the model of our reality mill, we have to fit in it for it to work.
But you can't replicate it in any way, so it's not reality.
If
it's reality, you can replicate it. That's
not even in Earth's gravitational influence, really, not to any significant extent.
You don't even know what the sun is.
Doesn't even recreate.
You don't know what the moon is.
And act like the sun, does it?
When you start thinking about it, it'll all click.
Okay, when you start thinking, you might have a valid thing to say about this. Until that time comes, everything you say is going to be what you've been saying.
I'm free from heliocentrism. It's liberating.
Well, I mean, you can't have water.
You sound like a hippie at Woodstock.
It's liberating.
The scale of Earth is in volume of the sun comparison. It's you can't even fathom it, Mel. I mean, it's just the idea that you can make a scale model and make it work. It's just kind of ridiculous because
you couldn't even create one like a 20-cent coin. A 20-cent coin, son.
Okay, here's what would happen if we shrunk the world. If we shrunk our solar system down and all the universe got shrunk down, we would have to shrink down in scale.
What? But you can model it. You can model a little car. You can model a plane. You can model.
Yeah, but you can't get in it.
You can model a little tree.
You can't get in it though.
Can't model the sun though.
That wasn't what Kurt asked for, though. He said, model it, build an internal combustion engine, build all the moving and working parts the way they work on this scale. The thing is, the reason you can't do it is because it's not possible. Things are not going to form.
Exactly.
Things are not going to form
Heliocentrism is bullshit, I know.
No, it doesn't.
But your car is real, Merle.
No. You don't.
It's an invalid argument. Why can't you guys get this?
You don't know what the sun is. You don't know what the sun is. No, this is coming from on top, the top tier of
I think there's no point arguing with him. He's like bullshitting around, man.
No, he won't get it anymore straight.
He knows he's fucking around, dude. He's just trying to get reactions and shit. He's narcissistic, man. He wants attention.
Yeah, everything would have to shrink, including us.
No.
Has anyone been looking into the telescope they've been building in Chile?
Hang on a second. Before you veer off.
Hang
on.
Mirror.
No. You had your attention, Merlin.
No, I didn't get to finish. So, what's the sun? Let's start there. It's heliocentrism, fuckwits. What's the sun?
Model a 3D plane with star plates rotating above it.
Right. So that's capital F fucked too, right?
So you're double capital F fucked.
What's the sun? Someone, please speak.
Why can't you create
Show
your
me
model,
the intellectual prowess you all possess.
Where's your model, Merle?
Logical question. What is the sun?
My responses are logical, Merle.
No one
Where's
has
your
jack.
model, Merle?
Everyone
Where's your
here
plates rotating
feel
above a 3D
the nothing.
plane?
Feel nothingness. Watch it wash over you. There's no answer.
How can
There's
you
no
sit there and
substance.
feel
It
logical
can't be
like that?
demonstrated. Welcome to reality.
Okay, what's the sun in your world?
Try a mirror, Merle.
It's there.
It's there.
It's warm
But
when I
what is
stand
it?
under it. There's sunbeams coming down.
What
I
are the
feel
sunbeams?
them. I witness it. I'm not going to claim to know what it is, though, am I? Because I don't know. And you don't either.
Is it plasma?
None of you do.
There you go, Mel. There's a nice description of the sun for you.
Yeah. Words.
That's what science is currently sort of saying, that, is a
Fuck
nice
science.
colloquial description.
Fuck science.
Yeah, I know you don't like science because it kind of shows that you're
There isn't a
bullshit,
human on this plane who could explain it.
Yo,
Well,
how did Bob?
that's something you can claim, but again, not something that you know, Mo. You keep
Who's
making
the
claims
top
you
tier?
don't know.
Bring him here.
Whether
I'll
I
ask
know or
them.
not is
And I'll look
immaterial.
them right
to
in the
your
eye and I'll
claim.
say, guess what, cunt? You don't fucking know, do you?
Yeah, and that's why people don't talk to you, Mel, because you're a rude bastard.
Doesn't matter if I'm rude. Does
No,
it?
does.
Narcissistic. Fuck.
It
Does it?
actually matters.
So
Because
you
the
have
way
to be
conduct
polite, do you?
yourself
About
is how
liars.
people will treat you, Mel. And that's why you get a lot of bad treatment, because you treat other people like shit and then get surprised when people do it to you.
Doesn't
and then you
matter,
moan
mate.
and you whinge about
You
it.
still ain't got a son and you don't know what it is.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty happy that we've got lots of good evidence what the sun is.
Recreate a little one then, you faggot.
And again,
recreate your
See you later, Mel.
non-knowing star.
Bye-bye.
Recreate your fucking I don't know what my star is. Come on, Merle. Make a work.
So why can't you recreate something with what they're telling you it is? Hydrogen. Just get some. Get
Merle,
some
do you
fucking
think that
plasma.
Our inability to do what you
make it drag
require,
a solar system around behind it. Go
Merle,
on,
do you
guys.
think that this invalidates? Does this invalidate what we say the solar system is? Our inability to make this little model. Does that invalidate
This is
it?
when I realized that none of you had
Does it
anything.
invalidate it, Merle?
I'm trying to help you.
And I'm trying to help you. So, does it invalidate it, Merle? Our inability to model it the way that you desire?
Unless you're able to meet someone
Does
like
it
me
invalidate
on
it?
the level.
Our inability, Merle? Merle, don't
Definitely.
hide, don't dodge, don't dance. Answer the question, Merle.
Definitely.
Man up.
Definitely.
Come on, Mac. It invalidates it?
Yeah.
Okay. Why does it invalidate ours, but it doesn't invalidate your proposition?
Because the claim is it's made of something.
You can. And what is your claim?
The
star
claim
plates
is it's
in the
made of
3D
something.
plane are made
so
of
demonstrate it. Demonstrate it to the earth, the people.
I'm not talking about your model, Merle.
The
Your model.
public who switched their mind on.
Talking about your-
Demonstrate it.
Merle, what is yours made of?
No, the public switched their mind on, and they want a demonstration.
Merle,
I speak
Merle,
for
why
them.
does Merle,
I'm not
why
the
does
only
the
one
same
who switched their
invalidation
brain
apply?
Right. So
Why
when
does
you
the
guys
same
realize
invalidation not apply
that
to
you're
yours?
finished, come talk to me.
Are you just going to babble and avoid the question?
You're avoiding the question.
No, I'm asking you the question.
You're sitting in the nude with no sun.
What the fuck?
He said you got no pants on, Curve. He won.
That's a cold.
Oh, that's
Take
true.
that out.
Cold duck.
That's
Take
true.
that
I am wearing shorts. I'm wearing shorts, not pants. No, Merle, why does this invalidation not apply to your inability to recreate a model of your conception of reality?
It's not my conception. I'm in the same reality as you.
No. Star plates above a 3D plane, whatever the fuck that might be.
What?
Are you nude without a sun?
No, I've got a son. I'm in the same reality as you guys. Welcome.
We can model more shit.
Are you
all
wearing
here
pants?
together.
We can have a better tangible model than you guys can. That's for fucking sure.
Anything you can do, we can do better. Interesting.
Everything I say, I
Yeah.
can demonstrate. Everything.
Yet you can't. You
Bitch,
can't
you haven't
demonstrate
demonstrated anything
your
ever.
conception.
Of course I have.
Oh,
No, you
I
haven't.
don't
This is bad,
make a claim without being able to back it up. You should know that.
I'm happy for you to accept that challenge, Jeremy. And I'd say, on the globe, we've got a really, really good understanding of the distances between all the major pieces of land on the southern hemisphere. And that concludes perfectly with the shape of the Earth. Can you please demonstrate that in a flat world? Start off with something simple.
Oof.
No, we can have a tangible model, as in I can have some flat water with some land around. I'll put some little lands around it. I'll have gas pressure with my container. You know what I mean? There's right there. You're already fucked with those few little very simple things.
Are you gonna have accurate distance?
You're already fucked with the land, the water, and the gas pressure.
No, you're not.
See how it's a good point, isn't it, Jeremy?
Model.
See how real shit gets when you ask for an actual model.
We're not talking about creating like. Sorry.
I can throw some dirt on something and say this is the model of the flat Earth. But if you don't have the accurate landmass, then it's worthless. It doesn't model anything.
You run with my point, Patrick. You got it, mate.
Yeah, why don't you fall back? You went full retard today, Pat.
But mountains bend. If I'm on a ball, why does it look so flat?
Patrick, you've done it like multiple times over the last few days. Can you stop?
You know what I'm saying? I mean, if it's a ball, why does it look so flat?
The hell's that?
Well, everywhere I traveled, it doesn't. But okay.
I don't know if Patrick can actually hear me or not.
Like, I don't think you guys will ever be able to come back from what I just dropped in this room, to be honest. You never come back from what I just said to y'all.
Yeah, you're right. That accent shocking, Mel. I'll never come back from that.
All right. Will you shut up and listen to a comeback?
Go, Curve, go.
Is a marble more curved than a basketball?
Could be.
Moral?
It's over.
In other words, a basketball is a little bit flatter than a marble. A beach ball is a little bit flatter than a basketball.
I'm going to go dance.
The size of the ball, it's flatter, less curved. Why are you talking, Moral? Come on, you're going to sit there and crow about how victorious you are. Nobody can come back from what you just dropped in here.
You're never going to come back from that, ever.
I'm shitting all over it. It's easy to do. Anybody could do it. But I happen to be the one doing it at the moment. And you happen to be the one who has to talk over it because you can't take it, Moral.
So you're saying the bigger the sphere, the less curve it has, but it still has Gaussian curvature everywhere.
How about that?
No. It's like a candle. A candle with some wax and a wick has more reality than anyone in this room right now.
You've been defeated. Jeremy, tell me about Gaussian curvature.
It's what makes a sphere a non-developable surface.
What would be the difference in the size of the sphere? What makes one more undevelopable than another size sphere?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
No, it's not worth my time.
Say it again. I didn't hear you.
No. Your point is stupid, Jeremy. Your question is stupid. You tossed out a 10-cent word thinking that would impress somebody. And it was dumb.
Jeremy, I like you. Jeremy, I like you.
Thanks, bro. I like you too.
Like,
he's
I think sometimes you need to hone your shit.
What's up?
I think sometimes you need to hone. Nah, it ain't. G. I've been around like.
That's why you're sucking up to him right now, Moral.
I'm not sucking up to him. It's not.
What do you mean by Gaussian sphere? Because I only know that from kind of electricity and electronics. Is it a geometrical thing as well?
Yeah, it's how you measure curvature on the surface of an object.
No. Not well. I don't know, but I don't think so. I thought Gaussian surfaces just talking about how you can have the distribution of electrical charge.
No, this is a geometrical thing.
If you can post me on that, that would be awesome.
All right.
But I mean, you know it's over, right, Jeremy? For them.
I don't think so, Merle. I don't think it's over. When you get 51% of the world thinking the Earth is flat, maybe then we'll start saying it's over.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you know it's over for them. You know it's not.
I know, yeah, I know,
right.
But I mean,
I'm making sure.
Yeah, I know, but in reality, though, it's not. It's far from over.
Right. Okay.
There are people out there thinking that do think that it's over, but like I said, it ain't over to the fat lady singing. She ain't singing yet.
Yeah, I didn't mean that. I hear you now. I mean, it's over for heliocentrism.
Well, we'll see how it plays out. I mean,
it'll be over when you.
I'll tell you what.
Bring some evidence, Merle.
We got this guy James on our side, so we're looking good.
I mean, that's sort of where I'm different, because I don't need James or, Bev or any of whoever. I know it's over.
I'll tell you what you do need, and that's a coherent, rational argument.
Die stupid.
But
remember this, bro. You've never.
And then all you have to do is renounce it. You just renounce it.
If it's over, Mel, why have you still got the answer? I don't know for so many things and no model.
Right.
Like there's just
because
nothing.
That's the honesty.
What?
There's an honesty in knowing nothing, Rig.
There's a bunch of nerds, Riggs.
That
on
hurt
the level.
my head. Wait.
There's
How?
a bunch
Sorry.
There's a bunch of nerds claiming that they do. No.
Merle, you say you have
nerds.
the answer. You brought
No, it's not. You don't have to be a nerd to
pocket.
understand this, Mel. It's actually quite easy to understand, dude. Like
What?
there's information from layman's level up to this nerd level, my friend. Like there's plenty of shit to make you understand this, man.
Do you reckon they know what the sun is?
They got a fair idea of what the sun is. Yes.
Okay.
They don't know jack shit.
There are still unanswered questions in our model as well, Mel. We don't know everything.
You don't even know if the
certainly
sun's
don't.
tangible or
But
not.
we've got a fair chunk of our reality down pat, my friend.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and I think you're one of the most honest out here.
So Merle, your problem is you make all these claims, you don't have anything to back it up. Every time you're asked a question about your model, the answer is I don't know. You don't know anything about your own proposed model that you can't recreate.
No, but
you can't give us
when my alarm clock goes off at 6 a.m, I know how to turn it off. I know how to put my socks on, and my pants, and my undies too. I know how to brush my teeth, make a cup of tea. There's plenty of stuff I know.
But are you wearing your big boy pants?
But not one of those actually tells us the accurate sizes of land masses in the world, the accurate distance between those land masses.
Right.
The fucking shape of our world. You don't know, but we do.
I have a fair idea.
God, it's great listening to someone driving and talking on Discord at the same time.
I mean, I have flown from Australia to Dubai, and then Dubai to London and back again, and then I flew from Australia to South America over the Andes to the Amazon jungle to Peru, Iquitos, and back again.
Did your arms get tired?
No, but I have a fair idea that I was flying over a plane.
But did your arms get tired?
Did they map that flight?
Why didn't you fly over the U.S.?
Formula?
Good question.
The U.S. is between Australia and South America there.
Mm-hmm.
On yours.
Guess what I flew over on the way back?
Cuckoo's Nest.
Africa.
Why didn't you go on a plane? It would have been
amazing.
easier.
You did not fly over Africa on the way from Australia to South America.
From South
He
America.
went the long way.
We missed, Mum and me missed the flight, and they had to get us on another flight. And we flew from South America, Peru, Iquitos, to Lima. And then we went Lima around, what's it called? The tip of Cape Horn or whatever. Back to Australia.
Okay, but nobody cares where you went, Merle. The point is, you don't have accurate distances.
You missed
Gary,
two flights, Merle.
You gotta hone your shit, Merle. You gotta hone your shit. I like you, but you gotta hone your shit up.
You never flew direct Australia to South America or South America to Australia?
They're not asking me anything.
He said that was direct.
Oh, Jeremy, if you want a bit of fun, discuss Gaussian surfaces with Bev. That'll be a laugh.
Yeah, that's why I think Curved was wrong when he said the bigger a sphere gets, the more flat it becomes, because it has the same amount of Gaussian
because
curvature.
you're a fucking idiot, Jeremy. That's why.
Because it has the same amount of Gaussian curvature.
You're a dumb cunt, for real.
Well, no, it's just the fact if the Gaussian value is 0, then it's a Euclidean object. If the Gaussian value is positive, it's a sphere, and if the Gaussian value is negative, it's a hyperbolic geometric shape. That's the cliff notes of what I've just read.
Yeah.
But thank you for that. I didn't know about that.
But I think that's why Curve was wrong when he said the bigger a sphere gets, the more flat it gets.
It depends. If the sphere gets bigger and we say the same size, no, I would agree with Curve. If we're all increasing in ratio, then I'd agree with you. But I think his example was, as something gets bigger, to our perspective, it starts to look flatter. Still has a positive Gaussian value, but it appears to get flatter if we maintain the same ratio. If we maintain the same size,
or whether you're a shrinking man or a giant.
Yeah,
doesn't make any fucking difference.
Yeah,
to 1 over R. K equals 1 over R.
Yeah, it has the same curvature no matter if you got a marble or a beach ball or the Earth.
No! The size of the sphere changes R. My God, you're so mathematically illiterate.
You might be right.
You might be retarded, man.
You might be
absolutely retarded, Jeremy. Just
I
think
just
about it. Use your brain,
on
man.
your fucking throat, Jeremy. Have some humility about you, fucking mong.
Oh God.
He sometimes admits when he's been wrong.
And if you weren't such an ass about it, I wouldn't have to come at you so hard, Jeremy.
It's fine.
The letter of the alphabet is L.
I think if you came in that hard curved, you would have just launched him into space.
I'm not very happy with you right now, Mr. Simp.
Who, me?
Yes, you. You know exactly what I mean.
Actually, I don't.
Simping for Jeremy. Shame on you.
You fly
left
from.
I'll tell you what, Ray.
You can't have like, it's I don't know. It's a dichotomy. You guys are
but you can have less curvature or more curvature.
So it's an oblique spheroid, right? Like the part of the Nullarbor plane, which is 120,000 square miles. What does that look like on the oblate spheroid?
120 square miles. It's only like 10 miles by 10 miles. A little bit more than that.
So what does that bit look like on the oblate spheroid?
The surface of a sphere. The surface of a sphere.
No, it's a 120,000 mile square bit of land with no elevation difference anywhere.
That's right. The curve
I've driven on it.
No,
and there
it's
is
not
definitely
curved.
elevation.
The elevation
I've driven
is
on
the
it.
same kind of curve.
It's not
Elevation's
curved
the same
though.
around the curve.
Well,
I've crossed
eyewitness
another
testimony.
ball.
Right.
I've
and it's
crossed
not
another
curved.
ball.
A constant
You know
elevation
it's not
over a
curved,
surface tells you
so
nothing of that surface's
don't
convexity.
kid yourself. So
You
what
don't
does
know
that look like on the spheroid?
It's
Surface of
curved.
the
Is
sphere
it a
is
big
all the
square
same
bit?
elevation.
So it's a
The
spheroid with lots
surface
of
of
flat
the
bits,
sphere is
right?
all
What
the
about
same
Texas?
elevation.
What does that look like on it?
It's curved.
Stop larping, guys.
It's the way it is,
survived.
Merle. Stop denying it.
Some
Mill,
things will
I
never
survived
change.
another ball.
It's not a globe.
I
love it when they
survived
get
another
Come on,
ball.
come on,
It's
Walter.
fake.
Be honest, mate. Be honest, Walter. You can do it, mate. I
It's
believe in
not a
you.
globe.
It
Come
is,
on.
bro. It
It's
fucking
not.
is.
I'll
It
tell you
is,
what,
be.
man.
Rick.
It
Rick,
can't
you speak
be.
with so much conviction that even when you're talking bollocks, I want to believe you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying my best here.
You're doing really good. I think you're doing really well.
Sim for me harder as well.
Oh,
I told you he was Australian.
you're getting it from both hemispheres now, Dross.
Hey,
Imagine
I'm just
seeing
waiting for that
Australia
good
now.
Aussie
Everyone
compliment and someone to
burning
call me a
something.
cunt. So
But imagine seeing
He's
a
a good
waterfall on pause.
Okay.
Imagine that.
I imagine it.
Frozen
Just
waterfall.
pause. It's just like
Boom.
not moving.
imagine
Wow.
that science actually works and we can
That's what
discover
it would
things.
have to be, right?
That would be
No,
cool.
what are you talking about? Why would that have to
So
do with it?
from the sea, that you're on the sand, right, and you go out to the sea. When are you going over the curve again?
The curve is always there. The curve is not an
So
elevation change.
so you go over the curve, but the water just doesn't create a
Because
waterfall.
it's not an elevation change.
Oh,
When you
it's
stop
just.
going over a curve, if the curve is constant,
So how do you go north to south then?
Just
by
go
going
north.
north and south,
Hold the compass.
So you do a loop. It's
correctly.
a loop to loop, right? Like
look
a
at where the
roller
sun
coaster.
rises and kind of turn right,
It's not loop to loop. Just turn.
So
go.
you fly
or even turn left.
from the north, and then you go under all the way back like a loop.
Sure. But you
No.
want to navigate the globe yet.
You remind me of MC Ren.
Almost makes me think that he thinks that down. We don't think down is towards the center of the earth for some reason.
Well,
That
he
is
forgets that
kind
a
of
lot.
weird.
He does forget that.
I've been confused about this for a very long time. He calls
He always reverts back.
Not
the South Pole the
confused.
bottom part of the Earth.
I believed this once.
That's because
Okay,
we just want to keep those Antipodeans down and under us.
Okay, Will, if the world was a basketball, how big would an airplane be flying over the top?
Yeah, it'd be pretty small. It's all about the trajectory, though, Reese.
Would it
Where
be a
it takes
dimple?
off from. And
Would it be like the dimple on a basketball?
it'd be
Hey,
pretty small.
I think we
Or
should have
smaller?
more focus on the Aussies, and I think this is a much better representation of a flat Earth, putting Australia much towards the middle.
I was sipping for Australia.
So Antarctica's in the middle, right?
You're getting it. You're
South
getting it
Pole's
all
in the
sides,
middle.
Trust.
I don't care.
It's fucking hilarious.
There's one thing this place has taught me: it's to have a fucking thick skin.
I reckon.
Good shit.
In that model, Dross, it'd be a lot easier for him to go around South Africa than going through the Suez Canal when the ship blocked the canal. Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
why
what the
can't we make any of these simple trips now? Like why do any of the distances line up?
I don't know.
Again, I don't
It's all
know. Well,
It's all
why?
because the flight paths. Why can't you just take off in a plane? There's like air traffic control everywhere. Why have you got to go select routes?
Because we don't want shit crashing into each other.
bro.
Bullshit.
We don't want
Well, there's
stuff
like-
running out
For
of petrol.
There's like
And
thousands
when you want
and
to rescue
thousands of
people,
planes.
it's a lot fucking easier if we say it should be on this flight path unless it's deviated, and this is where we can
Most
start
of
our
them are
search
on
for the
autopilot.
highest probability of
They're not
potentially
even
finding
flying
somebody,
them.
or at least a black box.
Most of them are on autopilot.
What
They
does
go
that
have
to
a
do with it,
piss.
Noel? What does that have to do with it? If they're on autopilot or not?
I'll tell you what,
Because
they
you could
weren't on
put other
autopilots
coordinates
before
in,
we
they're not
invented
gonna
them.
crash.
No, but
Merle, maybe you should talk about things you do know, Merle, and stay quiet.
Yeah, I do know about this. That's why I'm trolling you guys.
Well, let me tell you a little story. I went to one of my customers who was an air flight, like traffic controller, right? And he showed me the systems from like 1960, which had like the craziest, big transistors and capacitors, crazy looking thing. And they had to be manually adjusted with the deviation of magnetic north. Then he took me over to the new machine and he turned it on, and up pops this screen, image, and it was the globe. And so the modern day flight paths are tracked with a 3D globe model inside the system, not flat maps, nothing like that, because it's the most accurate great circle paths. So why would they do that? And why would it work out to fuel travel and everything, flight times and all that?
Well, when you realize that when you're in a boat and you never sail over the curve, come back to me.
I'm talking about a plane.
Yeah, a plane flies over a plane, Reese.
What the great circle path?
No, it doesn't even dip.
Earl, focus. We're talking about planes, not boats.
Well, technically, he's right. If you're actually in the
shit.
boat, you don't go over the horizon. But if us watching it from a distance, you do.
You don't sail over it in a boat, and you don't fly over a curve in a plane. And you don't walk over
go
it
over the
either.
curve in the boat by looking at where you came from. You can see the port that you left, and whenever you go over the curve, you can no longer see the port.
Why doesn't the water flow away? Why doesn't the water flow away?
What?
Water flow in? Flow into where?
Why doesn't the water flow away?
Why would it? Why would it, Mel? Why would it? I've said this to you before. Like, do you understand our model? Do you fully understand and comprehend the model? Because when you say shit, when you say shit like that, I 100% think that you don't comprehend the model at all. Like, in many areas, dude.
The thing you always make the mistake whenever we have this conversation. The thing you have to remember is that the curve is not an elevation change. The elevation change is what we call flowing water.
No, they're just words. They're words.
Come on, Bill.
I know you want to believe. Like you'll do anything to believe it.
Okay, Mel, final question.
I know that feeling. I know that
final
feeling.
question. Have you seen the model of Earth, the globe model, the globe itself, modeled without water?
Yeah.
Did you notice
like
how
a potato.
It's like really deep, almost like bath-like shapes when from continent to continent, where you could fill it in, and then using the perpendicular pull of gravity to the center of Earth, it would create that uniform shape, but still be within a container or bucket-like shape. Have you seen that? Like it's not just like a little bit on the surface. It's a huge, big basin type shape.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So if you couldn't remove gravity because it's constant, there'd be no place for that water to slosh around or whatever. Because it's all being pulled and it's all connected together, so it's heavy as fuck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so the water will be equidistant depending on the actual seabed.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only difference. That water's going to be the same on top because it's all uniform, but the only difference variation down to the center will be the distance to the floor because that's the physical floor underneath. But level is also equidistant.
Is the gravitational field only coming from the center of the Earth, or is it outside it as well?
Earth creates its
all
own.
the mass of the Earth.
Earth creates its own field, but it's inside the field of other fields.
So
wouldn't every single atom and molecule have to make its own gravitational field?
But when you add it all up, it basically points towards the center of the Earth.
Well, actually, they combine. They attract with electrostatic charges at that scale.
Ooh, you almost fucked up, Kosho. It said they combined like Voltron.
Okay. So there's a column of air coming down on the Earth because the Earth, because of the gravitational field in the center of it, has to pull wrap the atmosphere around it to keep warm, right? Like a blanket, a big sphere atmosphere, right?
Sure.
And then it's pulling the water to the center from the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So why does the top of the surface form a sphere then?
Because it's all being pulled towards the bottom of the thing, right?
But that wouldn't make a sphere.
Uniformly.
No.
Yeah.
Try it. Get a sheet and pull it from the bottom and watch how you can't make a sphere.
Well, it's being pulled from all throughout it. It's not just being pulled to the bottom. In the middle, it's being pulled. To the top, it's being pulled. To the bottom, it's being pulled.
But have you ever seen like a sail? You know, like a sail?
I like a balloon getting blown up, but in reverse.
Yeah, like when the wind is in the sail and you have like the arc of that sail.
Yeah.
Or pull it from the other way. Doesn't make a sphere, makes concave.
Yeah, but that's not pulling towards the center of a sphere, though. It's pulling in just one direction. It's a linear direction in that case. Wind's just moving left or right or something.
But it would have to be a concave shape if it's being pulled from the bottom.
If you have a sort of a situation in which there's a point in space in which everything's being attracted to it, it'll form a sphere around that point.
If you get a flat surface of a sheet, anyone can do this, and you pull it from the other side, if you can push it, right?
Yeah.
Push it from the top is one thing, but pull it from the other side, uniformly, it's not going to form a sphere.
Again, you're not pulling into the center of a sphere, though. You're just pulling in a linear direction there.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to get something that's everything's attracted to one point in space. That's the idea.
Have you looked into concave Earth?
I'm vague, just a tiny bit.
Yeah. Because when you spin the fish tank too, it forms a parabolic.
Mm-hmm.
Not a sphere.
The problem with the
what if it was a round fish tank?
Do it.
Are you a concave earther now, Meryl?
No.
Anything he can say to troll you.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe.
No, I'm just saying if you look at the claim and what it's doing, it doesn't form sphere shapes. It forms other shapes.
You're not describing the same thing. You keep describing a linear force.
But it is.
Yeah,
it
but
is
that
actually...
also applies to the oblateness. Why they say it's oblate also is because of the spin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could easily see that also on Jupiter. Why Jupiter is so squash looking is because it spins once every 10 hours. And you can easily see how flat it is or how squished it is.
If you have a piece of paper, Merle, if you wanted to see what it looks like when you have all forces going into the same sort of point, that's what it would look like is when you crumple it, you're taking every part of it, you're pushing it all into the same spot. And what do you make when you crumple it? You make a sphere. All the points of the paper, they're all being pulled into sort of one spot, really being pushed by your hands, but whatever. You're pushing them all into sort of the same area of space, and that just naturally will form around that point a sphere.
Yeah. Yeah, when you crumple the paper, it definitely makes it. It's good for throwing in a waste paper basket too, like the globe.
Yeah, exactly.
What about Play-Doh?
Throw it
Play-Doh. I've made
when you roll it on.
Throw it in a waste paper basket like the beautiful globe. Earth is globortion time. Okay, hyena. So I was in Stacy B's Discord because, quite frankly, It is one of the few Discords that I am not banned in by the cults that run YouTube communities. So, what happened was, I was talking to one of these science nerd globies in there, you know, just doing my shtick. Science is stupid, science is brainwashing us, yada yada, you know it. And I tried to communicate to him, you know, hey, I think you should actually be coming here to learn, not teach, because you kind of don't know very much. So he says to me that he doesn't want to listen to anyone else. Like, he only comes here to preach at people, and he doesn't want to even, like, listen to anyone. So I go, well, that's why you're an idiot. Like, in my opinion, people who refuse to listen to other people, even if you think someone's stupid, you should still listen to them. And that just shows you're a closed-minded fool. And that explains, you know, why he doesn't know anything about how the world works. So I was just like, well, if you don't listen to others, and that's why you're an idiot. So Stacy B, I'm guessing the B stands for bitch, comes in. It's against the rules to insult someone. I'm like, what? I was like, okay, so if I think someone is stupid, how am I supposed to express that? Like, what word should I use that is okay in your fucking warped little, like, where did you get that rule from? The pit of hell? Did Satan himself assign that rule to your Discord? That is a horrible rule. What? And I don't know, she was just like, well, if you want to insult other people, there's plenty of Discords for that. It's like, yeah, I'm banned in all of them. I tried to explain to her, like, look, I got autism, I got oppositional defiant disorder. I don't know. What else did I say? I don't know. I was like, look, lady, I'm retarded. Cut me some slack. And I don't know, she just kept insisting this stupid rule. And so I go, look, it's not like I called him a nigger. And then she banned me. But I said it's not like I called him a nigger. I didn't even call him a nigger. So I don't know, man. You just can't win.
All sides. When you roll it on all sides equally, what does it shake?
Exactly.
Hey, did you have a wizard
from the
battle?
center,
With
though.
Morrowind? You guys talk about this? I heard about
Yeah.
this, but I didn't hear it. And what happened? Did you cast spells and stuff?
No, I reached out to him. I was like, "Are you all right?" And he blocked me and called me a child of Satan. So I didn't appreciate that.
You were kind of harassing me.
You might
I wasn't
They call it a
harassing him.
battle, Scott. They call it a showdown.
I wasn't
happened?
harassing him at all. I just went over to see what the deal was,
Uh-huh.
and I heard him speak, and it was almost like he went from satanic to, "Hi everybody, I'm on Nathan's," and I was a bit like, don't know about that, mate. You're just e-begging, calling everybody childs of Satan.
Okay.
So
Didn't you answer the molten iron core? You said, yeah, it was underneath Arwen's house.
I'm not a very nice hypocrite. Why don't you unmute and put the room on awokeness? I bet he will.
Yo, does Apple pay dividends? Real quick.
Yeah, I think they do. I think. Do they?
I'll look it up.
Oh.
Never mind. Go back. Go get him, Merle.
Get him, Merle.
I'm just saying that it was originally just, is everything all right over there? And I knew I could kind of see what he was going to do because I could see the mood he was in. But he sort of did a Babs, like anybody who tries to pull intellectual superiority on me, you know me. You know how it's going to go.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty.
So, I mean, you saw what happened. What happened over with Don Gio, Brenda? Basically, 3 people this week have called me a Satanist.
I don't care.
And they were all around you, like, amen, amen, bless you, Brenda. Fucking cringe.
Don't care.
Yeah, I heard you let Jesus Christ into your heart, Brenda.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I was just nice to them. That was it.
Got your answer, Reese?
Yep.
I asked them a question that Doug asks Theus, which is, what would it take for me to become a Christian? And what it shows is that nothing you do. By most Christians' theology, there's nothing the individual can do to save themselves. And what it does is it shows up the hypocrisy of their theology. But they saw that as just my willingness to just, do something normal talk. It just they just interpreted that as more than it was.
Morality bombs.
Well, I agree. I think the idea of that is ridiculous, because if you can do no right, then you can only do wrong. But if you do wrong and you can be saved because you can do no right, it wasn't your fault, you can treat everyone like a piece of shit, and then you just say sorry at the end.
Holy crap, I didn't realize they'd start talking about theology. Well, of course you Satanists, you demons, you antichrist, of course you agree with that wicked theology that, oh yeah, it's wrong, that there's nothing I can do will save me. Because, I'm in the realm of the world and the flesh, and I love to suck Satan's cock, and I just want to justify my actions because I want to be superior to other people. Because I'm fucking a tranny, a weird, gross tranny, feels superior by going on the internet and saying flat earthers are dumb and Christians are dumb. Or this freak from New Zealand, the sheep fucker, who, what is his deal? The sheep fucker. Hold on, I'm playing poker here. Oh yeah, he's like some weirdo. He talks about the Bible and the Quran, but he's not. I don't think he claims to be Christian or Muslim. Maybe he claims to be Muslim. I don't know. He's just fucking. He loves talking about the Quran because he's like, oh, I was raised in the West and it's Christian, so I'm gonna be different and I'm gonna talk about the Quran because it's different. It's like Isa Malachowski. I have no personality, so my personality is gonna be I'm gonna be into this weird, stupid religion that no one in the West would ever join because it's full of fucking terrorists and pedophiles. But I don't care about that. Oh, talk about the Quran. Fuck these people. No wonder they don't understand Christianity whatsoever. And I don't know, this motherfucker like quotes the Bible and shit. I suppose it's part of the Quran. But the whole idea of Christianity is an attitude of humility and humbleness. So you don't, there's nothing that I do as a human, my actions don't make me saved, or don't justify me. Nothing I do justifies myself, and that is because humans are shit. Humans are lying, filth, trash. We don't deserve life. We don't deserve God's love. We don't deserve Jesus Christ dying on the cross for us because we suck shit. As a Christian, you're supposed to have that attitude. And the reason, because if you think your shit don't stink, then you start acting like these motherfucking antichrist who want to persecute and judge. These are the motherfuckers that strung Jesus Christ up on the cross and killed him, because Jesus Christ represented truth and love, something that these hateful liars can't stand. So as a Christian with this attitude of humbleness and humility, what saves us is Jesus dying on the cross. Jesus saved us. God saves us. We don't do shit to save us because we are shit. And God saving us, even though we don't deserve it, then we can save other people. We can help other people. We can love other people, because none of these motherfuckers in gems deserve anything. It's really hard to love these people, even though God commands us to, because they're just awful. They're fucking awful. But then I, as a Christian, I go, well, I'm awful too, so whatever. Let bygones be bygones. And then I still love them. If I had their fucking attitude, where like, oh, my actions mean that I'm saved and I'm a good person, I would think I would just hate everyone like them. They hate themselves. None of these people, their relationships are based off, let's hate the same people and then spend all day talking about how we hate the same group of, it's pure hate. So you notice, like, this is not sustainable. Hate is not sustainable. As soon as they don't have an object or something to hate as a collective, it'll crumble, because they'll turn on each other. Mark my words, you motherfuckers.
That doesn't fly. Like a kiwi.
Well, we're all sinners, and the good news is that Jesus paid the price for us, so we trust in him and we're saved by grace through faith. Amen.
What does that even mean?
That's goddamn right. Amen, brother. Thank you.
What can I do to be quiet noobs? What can I do to be saved? How can I, if I don't believe, how can I be saved?
You can't be saved unless you accept the Lord Jesus Christ and confess.
Yeah, but I don't believe.
Then you need to call out to God and try to explore and read the New Testament.
Yeah, I've done all that. And I simply don't believe your core propositions to your theology. What then?
See, it's not mine, it's God's, and you simply need to study more and try to.
No, the correct he doesn't know the answer here. Okay, Brenda, in your situation, you just suffer. You're in hell. You've destroyed yourself. You're on the road to destruction. You either follow love in Christ and truth, and you go that's the road to life, or you can go with the world, be like the worldly people, follow your flesh, and you'll be destroyed. It's your choice.
But I have studied.
Probably more than most Christians.
So generally what people who are into theology say is that it isn't the sinner. It's God needs to bring you to him, right?
Well, God has his children who trust in him.
No.
Hey, noobs, is God for everyone?
It's Biff.
It's not that we don't know. It's we don't take credit for stuff. We're supposed to give credit to God, because if we start to take credit and feel justified, then we start to act like God, and then we start to act like these people who think they're all fucking God, and then you persecute others and you judge others. And to avoid that, we have humility, stupid ass.
Rated E for everyone.
So you'll be saved, Brenda. Don't worry about not studying. God's for everyone. You'll be saved.
Yeah, that's cool. I don't have to do anything then. I don't have to do anything then, do I? So that's basically the argument I ran by Don Geo and stuff over at the other server, and they took that as a sign possible to be converted, which is quite unlikely.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything.
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, you could just sit there and do nothing, but then your life's gonna suck, right? Like, you do things to make your life better, right? And you follow God's advice because it's the advice for the best life. Like, it's what do you expect? I don't know. See, this is where like these pagan ideas they got from Hellenistic cults of these magic places we go to when we die. There's no immortal soul. There's no we die, my spirit goes to the pearly gates and I'm judged, and if I'm good I get let in. If I'm bad, they put me on an escalator down to hell where I burn for eternity or whatever. That is not how it works. That is not biblical. Okay? What? When he's saying eternal hell in the Bible, he's talking about your life will be hell. When he's saying eternal heaven or like eternal life, he's talking about your life. Okay. It's like he's trying to say we're all he's talking about like fear. Before you have Christ and God and you're of the world and you're of the flesh, you have fear, right? And when you have fear, you're afraid of death. When you're afraid of death, you don't actually live your life. You live in, it's like, I don't know, I'll get it out. It's your life. It's not real life. You're not really living the way you want to live because your decisions are based off fear, right? I guess that's the best way I can explain. I'm not very good at explaining things. So what happens is if you follow Jesus, you get born again through the Spirit, through the Father, which means this power of love from God transforms you. And in perfect love, there can be no fear. And if you do not fear death, then you start living your life for the first time without fear. One with God. God is perfect, unconditional, divine love. We all have it inside of us, but a lot of us choose to ignore it and follow the ways of the flesh and the world. If we can all tap into and access this, and we're designed to live like this in love for God, love for each other, and it completely opens up and changes your current life, not an afterlife that never fucking happens. Your current life, you start living for the first time, eternal life. That's what he means by eternal life. Where was I going with this? I forgot. Brenda was talking about
either you were trolling or just being kind.
Oh, there's nothing we can do to save us. So like, that's not. It's not like there's nothing. It's not. She's trying to because we don't take credit for being saved because we're humble and we give the credit to God. She's saying that our actions don't matter and there's nothing we can do to save us. The Bible doesn't teach that our actions don't matter. It stresses that our actions are very important. So what Brenda's saying is incorrect. Her criticism is incorrect. Like, your actions do matter. The Bible teaches free will. You know, what teaches you that your actions don't matter is secular science and like genetics, right? Like, have you seen the movie Gattaca, right? Oh, you're genetically preconditioned to be this way. Nothing you do in life, you just can't have this job because you're genetics or whatever. You can't be in the NBA because you're genetics. You're not tall enough. You can't do it. But people can overcome these things because of free will that comes from God, and the Bible teaches us that. So our actions are definitely important. And it's not like my actions will save me, but what they do, it's I could just go to the Bible for it. The man who built on sand. Okay, this is about actions. How actions are important. This is in the Bible. But she's saying the Bible teaches the theology that actions are important. That's not true. It just teaches that your actions don't save you. But she's conflating that. Build your house on the rock. Everyone who hears these words of mine and does them will be the wise man who built his house on the rock. And the rain fell and the floods came and the winds blew and beat on that house, but it did not fall because it had been founded on the rock. So we're all going to be tested. Even if you're born again and saved, you will be tested. And everyone who hears these words of mine and does not do them will be like a foolish man who built his house on the sand. And the rain fell, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat against that house, and it fell. And great was the fall of it. So then how can Brenda come around and go, oh, your actions don't matter? She's misrepresenting the true meaning of the Bible, the text, to win an argument. Because, she's intellectually honest, but flat earthers are intellectually dishonest. And theists are intellectually dishonest, but she's so fucking intellectually honest, guys. Not misrepresenting the Bible or nothing.
No, I'm not trolling. It's a genuine point that if the non-believer can't do anything to save themselves, Christ has to come into their heart and reveal the truth of Christianity to them. Then how can it be my fault that I don't believe? And so that's the basic idea behind it.
Brenda, don't you believe in cooperation though? Hasn't your heart, your primal instincts gave way to the viability of cooperation and evolution?
Sure, I'm in favor of cooperation, yeah.
That's all Christianity is.
Do you have a seed in your soul?
When you reject God, God rejects you.
Well, then how does anybody reject us? I don't think that's true. I don't think that's theologically true.
When you,
you have to let Jesus into your heart, which is all he says is cooperate.
Yeah, God never rejects us. This is in Exodus, right? Pharaoh is awful. Like, Pharaoh is Hitler on steroids, evil. God never turns his back on Pharaoh. God keeps giving Pharaoh chances and coming to Pharaoh and asking Pharaoh to do the right thing. Now, Pharaoh is stubborn and in the end never does the right thing. But the point is, no matter how evil, stubborn, or no matter how much you reject God, he never turns on us. He will always be there. And that's what he ultimately, I think, wants us to accept him and love him. So, even if you're like the worst person in the world, God still loves you, and he will forgive you 100%.
That's Jesus's message. So, there it is. Yeah. Simple. Done.
So when you reach out to a brother and ask them if they're okay and then they block you on their YouTube and call you a child of Satan, does that mean you're a child of Satan?
50-50.
There's
I'm
a
not
chance.
saying it's like you should be that way. It shouldn't, but it's an easy badge to understand and attain. If you want.
Yeah, when I challenge people's faith.
I mean, in all fairness, you did troll him in response.
No, I didn't.
I mean, on Nathan's show yesterday. It was pretty funny, though. But...
Well, Owen told me he could handle the darkness, but it's only consumed him.
That's what he was saying. That he was the highest power.
Nah.
He said he was the highest power. And when the highest power speaks,
how do we
the
tell when you're
demons will
trolling
come.
and when you're telling the truth?
Oh my goodness.
By his voice inflections. Oh wait, no, you can't.
Yeah, so you lie and you also tell the truth. Hard to differentiate.
Well, really, the question is Arwen the highest power? And if I constructively assess that, does that make me a demon?
I don't think anybody thinks that Arwen is the highest power.
That's his claim, not mine. And then they had the audacity, this is the last thing I'll say, to ask for money after saying that.
Arwen has hundreds and hundreds of hours of him staring at his monitor and typing furiously.
Very strange person.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but he said that to you.
Armin's been coming out brainage lately.
I was surprised myself. And then he pretended not to know me as well. It was beautiful. It was delicious. I went, num, 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 num.
Maybe he just forgot who you were.
No.
Or you're forgettable.
No.
Look, Arwen has 847 2-hour-long episodes. I can't even believe it.
No, they're not all 2 hours.
Well, the ones I can see are mostly 2 hours or 1 hour, yeah. But that's mostly just him staring at his computer screen and reading chat. I mean,
yeah.
Well, how can you keep doing that?
It's just him reading the chat and then banning people.
Yeah.
He had an idea that
for money.
people wanted to see him more than 1 hour, so he changed the length.
And in the end, yesterday, he was begging Nathan to mute me or kick me. Begged him.
It's because you destroyed him, Earl. It was his only way out.
I don't watch a show, but I might have to watch this. How long into the show was it?
Oh, not long. It probably went for about 15 minutes.
Yeah, but like how long into the show did it
Pretty much
begin?
from the start. He's in housekeeping and I just pipe in.
All right.
Yeah. I got some nice feedback. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate that. I don't hate Arwen. He's just
I think it was uncalled for, to be honest.
And someone needed to call him out because they won't. They'll just blow smoke up his ass and tell him how amazing he is.
But him calling himself the highest power, that's just a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit much.
Yeah, well, that's Arwen for you.
Yeah, but that's like a new level. Fucking hell.
So is the Satan stuff. And I've heard a few people bandying it lately, so I'm wondering, like, are we transitioning into Bible Earth or what's the deal here?
Don Gio said that to me the other day. Yeah.
And then you've got, like, QE on Bible Watch. It's all getting a bit weird. See, someone like Noobs brings this calm level of peace. So he's such a good representative. Like, people like Arwen and QE, like, they make me cringe as someone who's stepped forward to question this globe thing.
Well, they shouldn't be attacking you. You're meant to be on the same side.
There's no reason to attack someone like me.
My buddy keeps buying silver, saying like, "Oh, everybody's got to buy silver." Is that smart, or should I tell him he's stupid?
You shouldn't
I
tell him
bought
it's
silver.
stupid.
Silver's
With the
always a good
computers-
investment.
Yeah, don't like computers and cell phones and shit need silver. So I mean, we're just throwing those out by the millions every day. So
I bought a coin, 1 ounce coin.
what's it like, $20? They're fucking silver's cheap right now. I would buy a little bit of silver.
It cost me about 32 your money because it was a 1 of 20,000.
Oh, if you buy it just for the silver content, it would have been probably like what, half of that or something.
Yeah, it would have been like 15 something your money.
Yeah.
But I wanted it because it was a 2020 coin.
I mean, I would definitely pick up. I mean, for $15, shit, you spend that on fast food in 2 days. You know, I would buy a couple ounces of silver.
It's not $15 today.
I mean, was it $20?
Should be.
Whatever it is.
How much is it for an ounce?
Actually,
You're spending $15 every couple days on food, fast food. I mean, that's just a waste.
We are joined by
We're
Neil,
spending like
Sleeping
$100
Warrior, Chocolate Sane, and a whole bunch of people in Discord. So welcome, one and all.
As the rest, like what?
I made sure I didn't get caught. I set it up.
Oh.
Well, that's good to know that we're all coping with the diddling of time that's occurring currently.
It was the leprechaun.
That's because it's a new year. Radius 3959, then we'd have a physical geometric sphere edge obstruction blocking boats and buildings as asserted in Earth curve calculations.
History, because like kids are still being taught this nonsense today in school.
So any evidence of axial rotation of the Earth
planes, they're of the Earth-based variety, aren't they? If the flights were east
shortened in their of axial rotation.
I disagree. If you turn the roundabout slow enough, nothing will seem to deviate.
Everything will seem to deviate.
You will fly off it. And then
Don't start with this flawed premise that nothing will seem to deviate if you're turning slow enough. No, everything will still seem to deviate in that scenario.
No, it
yes.
won't take too long. No, it will seem like it's all standing still anyway.
This is the first we've heard from Arwin. He's already getting my blood pressure up.
Ah.
Look, if you're on a roundabout, it doesn't matter how slow you're turning, things that are rooted into the ground like trees will seem to be moving. They'll just seem to be moving at a very slow rate if you're turning at a very slow rate.
Yeah, but what if you're just sitting there for an hour? It barely moves 2 millimeters angular-wise, and then you just get bored and get off it again.
Then you'll have had 2 millimeters of not actual deviation as you turned on the roundabout and the tree you were looking at moved by 2 millimeters, which would be actually much bigger because it would be a wider angle depending on how far away the tree is versus how far 2 millimeters is in angle on the given roundabout size you're on. So there's a lot of factors, but ultimately there's always going to be deviation.
Only partially.
Why are you doing this, Arwin?
Arwen's not having a very good day, Nathan. He just told everyone we're Satan's children.
No,
you might be.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you blocked me in your chat. Oh, I was just seeing if you're okay, and you called me a devil's child.
Yeah, I'm being barraged by trolls.
Awesome.
I'm sorry if you can't handle that. Get over yourself.
Okie dokie. Look, yeah, let's just get through housekeeping. So, axial rotation is claimed to be proven by Coriolis deviation, which we would observe if we were turning. We don't, therefore, that's not a proof of axial rotation. I'm going to give it one more time. Any evidence of axial rotation of the Earth-based variety?
No, nothing.
Any evidence of the distance to the sun?
It's over there.
You've got to make an assumption somewhere, Nathan.
Say again, Anthony?
You've got to make an assumption somewhere. You've got to assume distance or size somewhere.
I haven't got to do anything. You're the boss of me.
Then you can't have a distance to the sun, then.
No assumptions.
He seems higher in the sky today.
Seems? What's all this nonsense? Any evidence of the distance to the sun?
No.
Nah.
Bummer. Any evidence of a self-perpetuating molten iron core at the center of a presupposed spherical Earth?
Cartoons
Yeah,
and
it's under
textbooks.
Arwen's house. There's a molten core under Arwen's house.
Don't think so. Go on, thrash this out, Merlin. You obviously want to have a little jab at Arwen for whatever reason.
Oh, did the spirits make you say that? Did I touch you in a special place?
Hold on, Arwen. I want to hear from this child of Satan. Go ahead, Merl.
He's lost his bean, Nathan.
Bean?
Yeah.
Bean?
I don't know if he ever
very
had it.
specific here.
Yeah, he's bean.
You're making
Yeah,
bean?
it's
Bean.
called hashtag intolerance. That's what it's called.
Kind of
I think
No, it's
it's been
vile.
like that for half
You're
a year.
asking for money, and you're being vile.
Oh God, do we have to do this?
It's not a good look, Arwen,
I just
for
want to
you
correct.
or anyone in this community.
So Arwen, just
Right,
to
well, at
change.
least I don't talk like a retard. So.
Oh God, stop both of you. Right, no more. Just for a minor correction, I listened to your show today. You were talking about useless idiots, and it's useful idiots. So you were explaining how they're not useless to the powers that should not be, but the term is useful idiots. Just so you know.
Arwen's a useful idiot for you, right?
Merle, right, last jab. Arwen, you can reply. Then the last jab is going to be thrown here, right? No more. We've got a few more housekeeping questions. 4 to be specific.
I'm sorry. Do I need to respond to that?
No, but you've got an opportunity if you want. He's throwing jabs your way. If you want to throw one back, feel free. If not, be the bigger man. Great, we'll move on.
Okay, fine. But just, I don't know. I feel kind of embarrassed, you know. I want to rebut to somebody that literally has half your IQ, you know. It's.
How baldy you, Arwen, underneath that ponytail.
No more ad homs. End of ad homs. That's it. Arwen threw his last jab. That's it. End of. No more. Please stop, both of you. Right. Arwen less than you, by the way, Mel. Anyway, any scientific evidence of gravity?
Hell no.
Oh, do you assign yourself to that, Merle? Do you think?
Arwen, come on.
Gas go down, go boom, boom. No. Let's just put it on the table. Let's just prove it. What I just said.
Do you believe gas go down, go boom, boom? Are you an incoherent dielectric acceleration or gravity believer, Merle? It's being thrown your way.
I don't think
No, I couldn't care less.
He doesn't care, Arwen. You're not going to get him on that score. Any scientific evidence of gravity?
But that's not a no, then.
He doesn't care. That's a good point. Is that a no?
No, it's not.
I know it's not. I'm asking. Merle.
Yeah, so he's not.
Is that a no?
Oh, that's funny.
Do you think we've got a downward bias?
No, I don't think so.
There you go. He said no, specifically Arwen. That's it.
I think people drop things and it's not a big deal.
About helium balloons. They go down.
Helium balloons go up.
So you don't think there's a downward bias of any description then?
Nah.
I didn't think you did. Anyway, let's
Unless
move on.
somebody that really thinks that's important asks him, and then I'll bet he'll say yes.
Don't
But
divine
that's
his
fine.
thoughts. What's going on? Arwen, you were the bigger man until this moment. Now you're about even. Any single viable hypothesis from any of the fields of astronomy, cosmology, or astrophysics? Well, Mel might say blah, blah, blah.
He will?
I don't know. Hopefully not.
I don't think he's even that stupid.
God, you had to drop an ad hom in. Mel, why have you done this? You started this.
Because I reached out to him to see if he was okay, and he blocked me. And he starts talking about Satan and shit. It's like, get real, dude. Relax.
Yeah, well, get real. I was being bombarded with literally one sock account spamming every 5 seconds. So, yeah, you got in between there. I might have blocked you because I basically said, I'm not... Everybody that thinks they're new, don't get in here because, yeah, I'm just going to ban it. right now, unless I know who you are with certainty.
Okay, Merle saying he was reaching out to you, though, Arwen. Did you hear that bit?
Well, only because he just told me.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Well, yeah, he just said so, but he's also apparently very outraged about things that I said.
Yeah, I can
I'm
understand
not
why, given what is
outraged.
detailed. I don't know the broad strokes. Maybe Merle will expand after housekeeping. But for now, can we keep
Sorry,
this
Nathan.
episode of The View to a minimum, just till we get through housekeeping?
I'm fine with that.
The View.
Okie dokie. Any evidence you can have gas pressure without the necessary antecedent of a container to press upon?
Yeah, 2 containers.
Without a container.
Just a bit of maths. We'll create a container in maths.
That's abstract. In reality, physical reality, gas pressure without a container. Not 2 containers, not abstract math.
Hold up. If you could have geometric horizons in math, why can't you have a container in math?
That's not physics. Physics means physical. Maths is abstract. It's just a way of describing something. So I can describe a geometric horizon. It doesn't mean it's physical. Doesn't mean it's in reality.
The atmosphere.
But what if I just say it a lot?
Arwen's throwing out fundy rhetoric while you're doing it, Chocolate. Can your atmosphere, sphere-shaped air wait for a minute, Arwen? Go ahead, Chocolate.
I was doing the same thing.
We do have a container. There is definitely containment. We're breathing the proof. Back in his face. So let's not take it the wrong way.
Cheers, Nathan. Yeah, that's 100 it. That's bullseye. That's exactly what happened.
Today on The View, long-time flat earth friends and rivals become friends once more as they thrash out their differences. Welcome to The View.
I'm more interested in how you stop traffic in the Rasta Hut.
No, the Rasta Hat is what stops the traffic.
Okay, is that it?
I think so. No, and we're not going to launch into an apology from Arwen going, okay, well, thank you for expressing your concern. I just had a hard day. Clearly not.
I always thought the Rasta hats looked like Jiffy Pop. You ever see Jiffy Pop?
Yeah, yeah.
I always think of Jamiroquai. I don't know why.
The original tinfoil hat, Jiffy Pop.
What? No.
So, Arwen, Merle's a bit concerned about you.
Who gives a fuck?
Oh, that's so nasty.
Oh,
Shut up.
Is it because you're not a real wizard?
Stop whining about my attitude.
What's going on here?
I'm actually more intrigued to know why you're calling everyone a child of Satan. That was what I was hoping to get to. But I might as well just come out with it and ask you. Why are you calling everyone children of Satan?
Yeah.
Well, you'd have to watch my show.
I did.
Well, it's just because people, they live and grow up in a world where they're slowly and gradually, according to socially engineered tables and processes, surrender their soul more and more, lose their original spirit with which they were born, which was handed to them by God upon birth, or rather upon conception. And so they all become gradually, step by step, more children of Satan, more getting into the habits of using lies in social conduct and in self-deception. Because you can't handle the truth. And the more you lie, the less you can handle the truth. And I've been one of those weird individuals that's like torturously held on to the same things for a very long time. After figuring out, like, I can't join these people, as in the world, with this process. I'm not going to step into this atrophy cycle.
I don't know. I think you just need to get out.
And I'm having some side effects from that.
Hey, John.
Morning.
Good morning.
Does that answer your question?
I already knew the answer. I just want it to be discussed on my show. Maybe we'll get a, follow-up from someone else. But you also had a few technical issues. I didn't know if we were going to get into those boring details.
Technical issues? What?
But that frustrates me. If you've got to restart a stream and it's all stuttery, which it was, and you were saying that you had technical issues when I first got there and started chatting.
Right. Yeah, my computer literally just froze.
What thinks you've got the
YouTube features there are odd.
Oh, the starting off, sorry.
What?
I'd only heard a little bit, but yeah.
Oh, you can say whatever you like, man.
Oh, what? I love
You
you
at
all.
least have the brains to actually make a point.
Well, I just did. It was
All right.
kicking off.
All right, so that's the second time you've done this. I've been in this community as long as you. What thinks you've got the balls to say I don't have the brains to be part of this community and add and contribute to it, Arwen?
I think he might have been talking about me, actually.
He was definitely talking about me. It's the second time he's called me some kind of retard. I think the word you used, Arwen. Am I wrong?
Did I say that?
Yeah, you did, yeah.
I'm pretty sure you did, yeah.
All right. Well, yeah.
Okay, well, before you get into it, thank you very much to Godzilla37. He says, 5 years and still not one rebuttal to any of the housekeeping questions. Globe believers, it's not just faith at this point. Or is it not just faith at this point? Thank you very much for the super chat, Godzilla.
It's always been I wouldn't say,
We get rebuttals. The rebuttals are just concessions now, though. That's the problem.
Not stupid.
So, Arwen, like,
it might just
you're
be
like
accent.
a
tea sipping.
Oh, getting obsessed over me now.
But I'm the retard.
You know what category of people get obsessed with somebody that triggers them? Retards.
I'm not obsessed with you.
Oh, come on.
I rarely come to listen to you, Arwen. Why would I?
Yeah, and now you won't shut up. Now you're just another troll. Congratulations.
Why can't
You
we
deserve
be
trolling.
friends?
You deserve trolling, Arwen.
Hey,
There
you
you
can do more
go.
than rap.
There
you
you
can do more than
go.
rap, chocolate. Let's change from
You
Oprah.
do deserve it,
Let's
man.
change from Oprah to
No, it's
an
not Oprah. It's the view. It's the view.
Ding 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 ding.
When you come off like you're self-righteous and you're more intelligent than other people, you're gonna get it sooner or later from someone.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get it. I know. Come and get it, bitch.
No need. Shout out to that flat fellow for the super chat. He's just got a pair of sunglasses. I think he's saying he likes this or this is cool. It's not cool. We're not talking about the nature of the earth. We're talking about two
My
people.
money's on Arwen.
Is the show over?
No, this is actually a live show.
Dick Cavett.
We're live. We're live right now. You realise that, right? 130 people watching.
Did you say Dick Cavett?
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch reruns of Dick Cavett. I'm tired of the view.
Oh, really? So Arwen can't handle some constructive criticism from one of the original people of this community.
What did I wake up to?
Oh really? So
yeah.
Why are you
really?
What is your
anybody?
structural contribution? What terminology is now worldwide being utilized thanks to your presence, Merle?
What have you ever brought to the discussion besides baldness and Alex Jones supplements?
We cut the ad homs, right? We're talking about what's been brought to the table in the subject matter. That I can cope with, right? But if you're going to start calling him names, I'm not going to cope with that. I'm just going to shut you both down and it'll end up being a boring conversation. Try and keep it on topic. Try not to ad hom each other. Neil, try not to interrupt.
I didn't ad hom. Just tried to point out certain facts.
You're trying to take intellectual superiority over me. You're trying to take intellectual superiority over me, and I'm here to crush you like a bug.
Exact hair for over 20 years. Oh, I'm so bald. I'm glad you've revealed your level. Okay? That's your contribution.
You need just
right
for
there.
men.
That's your level.
And you need
That's
to get out more.
Your level.
You should listen to me and
God,
got a job.
stop! Right, I thought we were going to move on to something that Arwen's presented that's useful physicality assumption bias, the Arwinian paradox, something that's related to the subject. And I'm sure Merle's had plenty of experiences debating fundies that he can offer that would be a useful presentation to a bloody live audience. Hello? Do we have to talk like this to each other? It's no need at all.
See, Owen, if you don't offer respect, you don't get any back.
Merle, it's his show.
Look
He can
who's
block you if he
projecting,
wants.
baby.
Yeah, that's fine. But when
Okay,
someone
so
from the
let's
community...
wait. You said that's fine, so we can move on now.
No, we were in the middle of something.
No, we don't have to talk about that. We figured it out. It's fine.
No, but he asked me what I've contributed to the community with this superior tone. Like he's brought some truth
so
to
you
earth.
have nothing. You have nothing in rebuttal then.
No, you have nothing.
Bear with me just 1 second. We've had Ellen DeGeneres, Al Junkie from the Sidelines Super Chat says, Mel, what do you like about Arwen? And vice versa. I think that's an excellent question from Ellen DeGeneres in the chat. Shout out to Al Junkie for the Super Chat, in all seriousness.
What do I like about him? I like his passion. I like that he is invested. I can see that he's one of the people that wants progress, that he wants to know where he lives. He wants to understand his existence. I think they're valuable qualities.
Very.
He's very honest. He calls a spade a spade.
Excellent. Arwen, vice versa. What do you like about Merle? Nothing that you don't like, please.
Well, it's going to take me a little bit more time. I don't really follow much of his work. I guess that sometimes his steady voice can like hit a right snare. That's pretty much it. So yeah, steady voice. At times, you have your good moments, you have your sensitivity too. It's just that, yeah, I'll leave it to that.
Got a voice like a snare drum. Meanwhile, you're invested, supportive, dedicated, conscientious. He listed quite a few nice things about you, but you say he's got a voice like a snare drum?
Snare drum? No, he can have quite a nice voice at times. If he's actually engaging in a conversation. I've heard him say a few things that I thought like, wow, that's well said.
There you go.
A bit sporadic. That seems to be the problem.
Also
You guys have solved world problems.
Also empathetic and supportive, as he concerned for you today, Arwen, clearly. Okay, ladies, are we all done here?
Respect, Nathan.
I thought
And
that was
Arwen,
amazing.
I'm listening from the sideline and I'm watching. Remember it.
Al Junkie says, now I can go to heaven.
Fine. Right. Just know that I consider it also of myself a virtue that I'm absolutely relentless and intolerant. I consider those virtues.
Godzilla 37
Just,
says, in the framework of a dad driving his kids to school or something along those lines, get along back there or I'll pull the car over and you can both walk. Thank you for the super chat, Godzilla.
Right. That's how you do it.
So absolutely nothing on the Arwinian paradox, nothing on physicality assumption bias, but we've learned that Arwen thinks Mel's got a nice voice, and Arwen thinks, Mel thinks Arwen's dedicated to the cause. So we've all learned something.
No. But I learned that apparently he does follow my show very closely, which I find, I don't know what to think
That's
about
not
it
what he
just
said.
yet. It's what happens
That's
when
not
you
what he
have a
said at
daily
all.
show, I guess.
You're reading.
Day.
Last time I spent, I was being modest. Last time we got Chinese food was on Saturday, and I think we spent like $70.
That's
The point is, for $15 or
Okay,
$20, whatever the fuck it is, it's probably good to have a few ounces. I'd buy.
They're cool as well.
70
You
bucks
know?
easily lasts me a week.
I have a
or
whole
more.
family. They're fucking
Wait,
animals.
you have reproduced? No.
Yes, I have
please.
reproduced. We will take over the
God,
earth someday.
He's got like 10
The smart
kids.
people are taking over, Brenda. I'm sorry.
What are you gonna do?
Where are they? Where are they, Jeremy?
My kids are all at school learning how to be smart.
Oh, they'll be smarter than you, but that's not hard.
Yeah.
Jeremy, just wait till we open Milf Ranch.
That was like
What's up?
deep.
Yeah,
Wait
that
till we
was
open
rough.
Milf Ranch, man.
What about Branch?
That was just a little bit of payback, bro. That's
Never
all.
mind, dude.
Now, what'd you say about Branch?
He wants to
Milf-
open Milk Ranch.
Don't call it Milf Branch, Scott.
Milk
You want a
Ranch,
milk
whatever.
branch?
He wants the Milk Branch.
That's what I heard.
What do you want to
None
do
of you
with
guys
Branch?
are invited, man.
Invited to what?
Dude, his way, there's only women that have to be his wife. It's really weird. You don't want to know anything about it.
MILF. It was kind of like your education thing for the smart people. He's just got like a baby producing factory with MILFs.
Exactly.
But
It
it's on a
pays for
ranch.
itself after like the 6th, 7th kid.
Pays for itself. It's so funny.
Cash App does not have a lot of monthly dividend stocks. I got money ticking in everywhere. All these drops be filling buckets. I'm trying to make a puddle.
You gonna fuck around the Axiom bullshit?
No, man, I don't, dude. I'm into so many fucking crypto coins. I can't fuck around.
Flat Earth sponsor, dude.
I got mad shit going on, bro.
Guess you don't care about the flat Earth.
How much is it a coin?
You bid on it every day. You gotta go there and you gotta bid on the coins every day.
It's not on an exchange or nothing. I'm not fucking.
Building technique now.
Basically like gambling, except.
And it's just irresistible for other men to start offering advice, telling you that you're going to lose all your money and you shouldn't do it, and it's really hard, and everyone loses their money doing it. And we're adults.